of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Bridgeport Stadium in Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to the James Madison Dukes. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the James Madison Dukes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So UCLA's offense will go to work first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Unloads to the wideout, working the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of Bruin passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterbacks looking sweet, McNown, DTR, looking the part, being the part.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Dropping back, it's Combs. Touchdown, UCLA! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
So James Madison's offense has its first opportunity of the day. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver.
There he goes. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
I like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Hand off from the shotgun. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Dukes will line it up on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Dukes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll run it on first and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. With that run, he breaks through the 3,000-yard mark for his career.
Man, that says a lot about you. When you rush...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dukes!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
Good job by the QB there. Hayden's using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. The question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
But you got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
The play action fake. Finds his man. It's McCutcheon. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. The Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Plucks it out of the air. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Got it in the middle, it's Godet. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Bruins line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The Bruins pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield, it's Combs. He's got it and still on his feet. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Looking to get in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. The give. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Makes the grab. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. They'll run the toss. And he'll be stopped for no gain and will be stopped for the end of the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. Period will be a second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Denson. Firing to the right, complete. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. And the Dukes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Out of the shotgun on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Dennis. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. The Dukes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Dukes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Here's the pressure. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, James Madison. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Back to pass, it's Combs. Runs through a tackle. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Bruins racing to the line in a hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. More precision throws from this Bruin quarterback, much like a Rick Neuheisel used to play.
just pinpoint accurate. Put the ball right where you want to. You think about Troy Aikman, you think about some of those other great names in UCLA history.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. Spins away from the defender. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. The Bruins have their offense in high gear.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball,
Breaks into the open. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
First and goal, UCLA.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. 2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal. Lowers those pads. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bruins. Extra point here will tie the game.
and this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game, offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Back to throw, it's Denson. With the catch, it's Dennis. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. The Duke with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll ride the hot hand. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Dukes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Finds his man down the middle. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. The Dukes getting set on 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they...
Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down the one a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another 1st down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Making side adjustments here. The quick out. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Denson. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last two drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up fourth down, and that might be it.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Sampson. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass on second down. That's caught. It's Godet. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Throwing right. Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Dropping back, it's Combs. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stopping the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The offense changing the play. Still looking, on the move. The short hands, it's Dennis. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Turns it on in midfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dennis.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The give on the option. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Looking to pass, it's Denson. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Touchdown, James Madison! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And they did tack on that extra point without any invention. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've had yourselves a great broadcast so far today in Harrisonburg. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Denson. Finds his tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. On the run, it's Dennis. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Dukes have this offense rolling. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. Finds a spot in the middle. Touchdown, Dukes! And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last.
Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Dennis. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. He'll pull it on the read. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Might be changing the route. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
To the ground with the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
The Bruins will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Works the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
And the Bruins can really attack on this 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Sampson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Trying play action. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Combs. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. They're setting up the screen. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch, really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
Desperately wanted to convert. fourth down, but couldn't do it. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. From the gun, running back gets to give. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. He's got the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Got his man on the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
To the air. It's Combs. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Using his legs, it's Dennis. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got a man, it's Dennis. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Makes the catch. It's Dennis. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And the Dukes come to the... Third and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. Trying to turn the corner on the right. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. After run, now throw. Keeps looking downfield. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Takes it the other way. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Quick completion to the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the Bruins will hustle to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the play fake. got it behind the line. It's Gaudet. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. The give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Gives it on the option. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board.
He's got it in more than enough for a first down. Touchdown, Bruin. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3 is coming soon.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The Duke come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. There he goes. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Back to pass. It's Denson. He hurls one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Toss sweep to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab over the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Bruins in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Looking downfield. On target over the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. To the air, it's Combs. Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Second down, he'll throw it. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, UCLA!
And the offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive.
James Madison, 41, UCLA.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Might be calling a hot route. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. To throw, it's Denson. Under fire. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On 3rd down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Unloads to the right. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. It's a one-possession game in the 4th. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And the Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Fires to the right. He's got it. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Finds his big tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. If they can pay off this third and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Touchdown, Bruins! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
UCLA.
This team right now showing you why they were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Yeah, they were sleepwalking a little bit earlier. They knew coming in, David, they were going to be facing a really good opponent. Good teams don't quit, and they've come all the way back now to take the lead. And they had a pretty big deficit not that long ago.
And this is a good team they're playing. They're showing they're one of the better teams in the country. I mean, to battle back from several touchdowns down, like, not to blink, not to bat an eye, not to quit, they're proving why they're a great team.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for.
He's loose. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Denson. Here comes the heat. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. It's complete to the right. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Handoff from the gun. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And you got to bang a timeout right here. You've got 2 left. After running the football, save as many seconds as you can to give yourself an opportunity to come back and win this game.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll leave it with him. Touchdown, James Madison! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Now, you talk about finishing games with a purpose, with a plan, executed to perfection, taking almost all of the clock, executing brilliantly down the stretch of this football game, making plays, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Dropping back, it's Combs. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Ball is incomplete. Falls to the turf, and that's going to do